One of the best things I like about living in rural America is that as I'm driving around the area, around the homestead, I see all these ranches and all these farms and all these homesteads, and I see all of this food on the hoof. What do I mean by that? Do you know what that means, food on the hoof? There's cows over there. I have sheep over there. And it's like, there's food on the hoof. I see chickens running around. It's like, there's food everywhere. It's on the hoof. And if you get hungry and you want to eat something, well, there it is. All it takes, I don't have cows, but all it takes is between me and the farmer who lives just down the road, who's got that field full of cows. He's not getting such a great, deal at the market these days. And even if he is, maybe I can work out a deal. Maybe I can work out a barter. Maybe I can work out a trade for one of those cows. Maybe he needs new ammo for his gun. Maybe he needs a new gun. Maybe he needs something that I can provide, and I can work out a deal to get one of those cows. Or maybe me and my neighbors can pull together and work out a deal to get one of those cows. I like the idea that I live in rural America where food is on the hoof. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Before we get into it, this video is sponsored by Jancis Gold Group. Did you guys hear the other day there was this guy in Norway? His doctor recommended him to get off the couch, get some exercise. And so he said, okay, I'll go buy a metal detector. And he went out there and he found what? The gold find of the century, it says. All of this gold that dates back, 1,000 years or more or something like that. He finds the gold find of the century. Don't think for a second that someday somebody's going to go out there on their doctor's orders to get some exercise and dig up your 401k or mutual funds or stock market portfolio and leap for joy at the find of the century. No, that's never going to happen because that's all a bunch of paper and it's denominated in paper fiat assets dollars. So what you can do is if you have a 401k or you have an IRA and it's all in the market in these paper denominated assets, you can call Jancis Gold Group and they will help you so that one day when you retire, someone doesn't write you a check, again, on paper. They're going to send you actual physical gold and silver coins when it's time to cash out for your retirement. And it's going to hold its value just like it has for 1,000 years or more, just like the gold that guy in Norway dug up. And it's still worth a fortune today. Call Jancis Gold Group. Information's at the end of the video. All right, so just this week, I saw this. Cattle futures hit an all-time high, it says. Cash cattle future stage late week rally. It says minimal early week trading gave the impression that cattle markets would finish a disappointing steady. A late week rally in futures markets, however, left packers ready to pay up. Cattle in the north traded at 184 to 185 per its live weight, okay, and then 292 per dressed weight. Estimated cattle slaughter for the week ending September 16th was $632 a head. 632,000 head, down nearly 40,000 head. Now, there's the key right there. There's the key indicator. Less cattle being slaughtered, okay, from the same week a year ago. Year-to-date slaughter was estimated at 23.002 million head, down from 4.3% from last year. So there's less cattle being slaughtered today than there was a year ago at the same time. At the CME, nearby live cattle and feeder futures ended the week at a fresh all-time highs. It's simple. There's less cattle being taken to market, which drives the prices higher, and we've reached all-time highs. If you haven't noticed, everything is going up. Everything is going up in price. Inflation has not stopped. It's continuing on. All it did was slow down a little bit from the rise that it was going. It was on this great trajectory and everybody was up in arms, and then it slowed down and it slowed down and it slowed down, but it never stopped. It's still going higher. It's going higher at a slower pace, but that pace is now increasing. We saw that the other day with the news releases coming out. That's the CPI was going up higher. The inflation is continuing. There is no way out of this box. I've already said that before on this channel, but that's not what this video is about. The other day I did a video about the guy who was at Taco Bell with his boys, his family of 4 or 3, whatever it was. He paid $50, over $50 to feed everybody at Taco Bell. And he said this has to be price gouging. I was like, no, it's not price gouging. What is going on here? Everything is going up in value. Everything is going up in price. Check out this article. Grains mostly higher, livestock higher. This came out just the other day. Grain futures were mostly higher Friday in early trading on the Chicago Board of Trade. Wheat for September rose 13.5 cents at $6 a bushel. September corn advanced 22 cents. December oats was up $4.50. And so now soybeans was off 75 cents a bushel. So soy's going down, big deal. None of us probably eat soy anyway. None of us, at least, hopefully. Beef and pork were higher on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. We just talked about that. October live cattle rose 78 cents at $1.85 a pound. And so basically all the meat and all of the grains are going higher. So what's in a taco at Taco Bell? You've got a taco shell, that's grains, okay? You've got some lettuce in there, that's vegetables, okay? You have cheese in there, supposedly, and it's hopefully made from cows, okay, which obviously the prices of those are going up. And then you have some sort of beef-related substitute meat thingy in there. And spices. All of that stuff is going up in price. And not only that, but gas prices, oil prices are going up. So all of those things from the farm where they're hopefully raised at some point before they get to the giant factory where it goes through all these giant chemical processes to make a Taco Bell taco, it's got to get there. So everything is going higher in price. The grains are going up. The meat's going up. The cheese is going up. All this stuff's going up. And then the cost to get it there with the gas prices is going up. And then the cost of labor, if you didn't notice, all of these places are on strike right now. The big three automakers and all this stuff are on strike right now because they want more money. All that does is feed the inflation monster, and it raises the prices of everything going. I mean, someone left a comment in that video the other day. They went to Taco Bell. Why are you at Taco Bell? Stop. Just stop. And then he's hearing an interview going on inside the eating area because they're interviewing somebody to hire for the Taco Bell. And he wants 15 or more an hour. And the guy managed to get him down to 14 an hour, I think is what the comment said. But $14 an hour for a minimum wage job? That's why your prices are going up. Wages are going up. This kid wanted more. He wanted more than that. Wages are going up. And when wages go up, everything else is going to go up. And it feeds on itself. It's this continual. That's why Paul Volcker in the 1980s raised interest rates above 20% to basically kill inflation. But we can't do that today because if you raise interest rates that high, the interest rate on the national debt will be so astronomical. Right now, it's already more than our entire military budget. You'll collapse the economy, and they know that. It's probably going to collapse anyway. But the stock market's not going to crash. I don't think that's going to happen because you've got the plunge protection team. You have circuit breakers that are there every day to stop that sort of thing. They're not just going to take off work one day. So what's going to happen? Inflation will continue to steamroll. That's where we're headed. That's where we're headed. What are you guys seeing where you're at? Are you guys seeing higher prices? Here's the deal, guys. We just bought, I like to buy my beef in bulk, okay? I want to be able to get all the stuff I need and put that in bulk away, whether it's grains or whether it's meat. I want to have that stuff. But here's the deal. If you're like me and you want to find grass-fed, no, clot shot meat products, you want to go ahead and try to find farmers in your area that sell that sort of thing. You can find them on Google. You can do grass-fed farmers, grass-fed beef farmers. Find someone in your area who sells that stuff. Talk to them on the phone or look at their website and see what they do and how they raise their animals and get your order in yesterday. If you want food for this winter, here's the deal. If I run out of beef, I'll be upset. I'm trying to save these things. But at the same time, if I really get hard up, I understand fiat dollars aren't going to be worth anything someday. So I have other things set aside for that. Beans, bullets, Band-Aids. And I can go to the Farmer Brown down the road and be like, hey, I see that cow out there you got. How much would you like to sell it for? Or maybe that calf, because maybe a full-size cow's too much for me. Or a full-size steer. I should say steer. Sorry for those of you who are like, That's not a cow. All right, so the steer you got out there, or maybe the newborn calf out there, maybe that's more my processing ability, depending on where you're at in life. The farmer has to think about all the time and effort and money it's going to go to raise that calf up. Maybe it's better just to sell it to you now because you have these hard assets that you can trade, barter with, and unload that animal. I like that ability. One of the reasons why I tell people get out of the city, because your options go up. You think you're going to go down to the local river where you're at in the city and, the local pond behind the apartment building and fish for food tomorrow night for dinner? No, you can't do that. But out here, you've got options. You can do that. You can actually do that if you needed to. So it depends on how good of a fisherman you are, But you've got options. Here's the deal, folks. Prices are going to go up, and they're going to continue to go up. Futures are at all-time highs, or they're flirting with that number. Get your stuff now. If you want beef, if you want steak, if you want grass-fed, if you want to buy stuff like some people buy a quarter, a whole, or half of a steer at a time, now's the time to do that. Now is the time to do that. Don't wait, because prices are only going to continue to go up. Get that now. Get it now. Leave a comment below. Let me know where you're at. Let me know what the things that you're stocking up. Let me know, do you have grass-fed farmers in your area? I've been buying raw milk from a local lady, for years now. And, there's always cows around here. There's always, farmers out here who advertise grass-fed, and they'll sell directly to the consumer. You don't have to go to a store. Find farmers like that. Let me know what you're doing. All right, guys, check out our merchandise, teespring.com. You can find it linked in the description below. You can find our best-selling shirt, Stupid Should Hurt. If we had more hurt in this world, we'd have an awful lot less stupid. Also, our Farm Fresh butt nuggets. You should be able to find that below, too. And check out our information from Genesis Gold Group right at the end of the video. If you're in a 401k or IRA, now's the time to get out. Get out of those paper-denominated assets. All right, guys. See you next time on the Homestead. Bah! The largest Roman gold stash ever found was in Trier, Germany in 1993. 2,500 Roman coins worth over $1.2 million in melt value today was pulled from an excavation site. The obvious lesson here is that gold holds its value over time. Now, take this stack of old Soviet Union rubles. Do you know how much these are worth? Zilch. It's paper. It holds no value, and like all paper and government fiat currencies, will not last the test of time. Nobody 1,000 years from now is going to unearth these and jump for joy at the wealth that they have just uncovered. Only one historical example of wealth preservation has stood the test of time over and over again. The safeguard of physical gold and silver. If you have spent your entire working life putting money into a 401k or other savings and investment products, they have likely made pulling your money out either very hard or almost impossible. Genesis Gold Group can help you put that money safely into a physical gold and silver product that, like the Roman coins, will maintain their buying power long into the future. Call Genesis Gold Group today, right now, and let them develop a strategy for your savings, 401k, or self-directed IRA. A strategy of physical gold and silver. You can call the number on the screen or visit them at genesisgoldgroup.com. And be sure to say that you heard about them from an American Homestead. Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the Homestead that we make here on the Homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. I'll wait.